Hey Hoopheads, Brad here, breaking down the best games of the 2019-20 season and the Raptors' 2019 championship run. Today I want to talk about the Heat's 105-89 win over the Bucks on March 2nd. In this game, the Heat had 6 guys scoring double figures, but the thing that really stood out was their defense. They held the Bucks to just 40.7% from the field and 20.6% from 3. Giannis had 13 points on 6 of 18 shooting. Middleton had 12 points on 4 of 16. Let's get into it. Obviously, the big threat when you play the Bucks is Giannis, and you have to attack him as a team. The Heat threw a few different defenders at Giannis. They started with Derrick Jones Jr. on him. Obviously, that's a pretty big size mismatch. And Jones did what he can, but against a guy as big as Giannis, it's just difficult to match up with him in the post. So what the Heat did as the first quarter went on, they put Bam Adebayo on him instead. And Bam is one of the few guys in the league who can match up with Giannis both in terms of size and speed. You can see he has the foot speed to stay with Giannis step for step as Giannis drives, but he's also big enough that he can't get knocked off balance as Giannis goes up for the shot, and he has the length to contest the shot really well too. On this play, Donte DiVincenzo is going to set a back screen on Bam Adebayo, and check out the way Jimmy Butler helps out fronting Giannis a little bit until Bam can get back into the play. And then Bam is going to step out away from Giannis and then step in front of him. He starts fronting him in the post so that the pass isn't there. Eric Bledsoe decides to go elsewhere, throws it out of bounds. Nice pressure there to force the turnover. And when you have a big, difficult defender like Bam Adebayo on you, it can sometimes become enticing to take three-pointers and take longer shots because you don't have to attack them in the same way. Giannis took 4 threes in this game, which isn't a crazy amount, but they're all with like 17, 20, 16, 14 seconds left on the shot clock. And really, I think he should be taking more of his threes when there's like 5 seconds left on the shot clock and they just have to get a shot up. On this play, Donte DiVincenzo is going to come up and set a screen on Bam, and the Heat are going to switch it, but check out the way Kendrick Nunn gets up and he forces Giannis back towards Bam, while Bam keeps all his focus on Giannis, not really worrying about DiVincenzo. As Giannis picks up his dribble, Nunn and Bam switch back. Now the Bucks have to pull it back out. George Hill tries to drive, but Bam sags off Giannis to help out, and then he does a great job moving his feet to cut off Giannis's drive along with Dragic. The ball goes out to George Hill and the shot clock expires. Great pressure for that whole possession. And on this play, DiVincenzo's going to set a screen for Middleton, who dives to the basket. But check out the way Jimmy Butler and Kelly Olynyk come over from the corners. They get their hands up nice and high to cut off the passing angles. Solid help defense there. And on this play, the Bucks are going to run a little screen and roll action with Bledsoe and Giannis. And as Bledsoe comes off the screen, check out the way Iguodala kind of plays equally distant between Giannis and Bledsoe. And then as Giannis catches the pass, you'll see he has his head turned away from Kelly Olynyk, who comes over with the double team, gets in his face a little bit. Giannis is surprised by it, deflects the pass, and Iguodala intercepts. And on this play, Giannis has Duncan Robinson on him. He wants the pass, but check out how Robinson steps up and then steps in front of Giannis. Now he's fronting him. That pass over the top is difficult as Kelly Olynyk starts to shade over from the weak side. Bledsoe passes to the top, then gets it back. He wants to throw that pass again, but there's Kelly Olynyk helping over again. Now Pat Connaughton attacks off the dribble and he kicks it out to Giannis, but the defense doesn't have to react too much because Giannis and Bledsoe both aren't the best shooters. And the Bucks end up settling for a Brook Lopez above the break 3, only shooting about 28% this season. In addition to meeting Giannis with the physicality of Bam, another good thing the Bucks did was put a lot of pressure on Chris Middleton. He took 10 threes and pretty much all of them were well contested. And against the Bucks, if you can limit both Giannis and Middleton, you've gone a long way to shutting down their offense. On this play, as Ilyasova sets the screen for Middleton, you're going to see the Heat switch it. Butler overplays the passing lane a little bit, and as Middleton drives, Jay switches back onto him, so they're back to their original matchups. And Crowder, just with the nice pressure defense, forcing Middleton to catch it high up, not letting him do too much, not buying the pump fake, just keeping him in front of him, and then that ends up leading to the Ilyasova step back 3, and I'm sure the Heat were plenty happy to see that. And now you see the strength and effort of Bam as he goes at it with Brook Lopez. Lopez is a really strong player, but Bam makes him take a shot, moving away from the basket a little bit. And now early in the shot clock, Giannis with the deep post position on Butler. Butler does well to force him to the help, and you see Bam sagging way off of Lopez, and he gets up to contest the fadeaway jump shot from the rear. Giannis didn't really see it coming. Nice help, D. And then in the third quarter, this is almost the exact same play. Here's Giannis getting it in the post against Jimmy Butler. Here's Brook Lopez and Bam sagging way off him. Giannis moves toward the middle. This time he elects not to shoot. And Brook Lopez tries to drive, but Bam is there to erase the shot. Adebayo seeming to be all over the court, helping into the paint and then blocking Lopez's shot. And on this play, as Giannis gets the ball in the post against Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo is over on the opposite block over here, and don't think that that's not in Giannis's head. As he faces up, he elects to settle for the jump shot instead of attacking the rim. And here, as Giannis pushes it in transition, the Heat do a nice job of getting back, and then check out Kendrick Nunn. He's going to turn to try to figure out who he needs to be on. He has to turn his back to the ball for a second, and check out how conscious he is to put his hand up into the passing lane to cut off that pass to DiVincenzo. Giannis wasn't going there, but good defense is filled with a million little actions like that. The Heat shut off Middleton's drive, and then as the ball works its way back to Giannis, he tries to drive on Bam, bumps into him. He's used to that, moving the defender back, but Bam is too strong, throws Giannis off. He falls out of bounds on him. Great defense there by the Heat. And then late in the third and into the fourth, the Heat had Bam Adebayo resting and Brook Lopez was on the floor, and you saw the impact of Lopez's size as he dove to the basket, missed the shot, but got his own rebound and put it back in. Then he posts up Kelly Olynyk, who just doesn't have much of a hope against a guy that much bigger. And then again, a good defensive effort here from the Heat to shut off this initial move, but Brook Lopez just takes the board from over Olynyk's head, gets fouled on the putback attempt. Spoelstra would sub Bam back in, and you can see how much of a difference he makes on this Brook Lopez post-up attempt as he battles with him, not giving up much room, and then gets up and blocks the shot. A tremendous block from Bam on that one. Here you're going to see George Hill set a screen on Bam Adebayo to try to get Iguodala switched on to Giannis instead of Bam. Iguodala, nice job fighting with him for post position. Dragic comes over with the double on the catch, and then as soon as Giannis starts retreating out to the perimeter, Dragic goes back to his man. Now Wes Matthews trying to post up Duncan Robinson, and you see Jay Crowder completely leave Eric Bledsoe and come over to help into the paint. Iguodala comes down from Giannis as well. Matthews tries to force it up to no avail as the shot clock runs out. Great swarming defense on that play. And speaking of swarming, as DiVincenzo slips and Giannis gets the ball in the post, check out how the defense completely collapses around him. He's completely triple teamed at this point, tries to force up a shot, but he's going away from the basket when he does it. If you get that much contact going towards the basket, the refs are more likely to call a foul, but a shot kind of flailing, going away from the basket, they're not going to call that as often. And on this play, as Wes Matthews sets a screen for Giannis, you're going to see Duncan Robinson front Giannis until Bam can get back into the play. And then as Giannis starts to back down on Bam, you see Jimmy Butler coming over with the double team. Giannis turns away from it, shooting a fadeaway. The Heat probably don't mind that. And now watch Butler's positioning on this play. He has to be between Brook and the basket so that he can't just go straight to the rim. Look where he is in the key. And then as Matthews tries to throw the pass, he's going to move all the way outside of the lane and get around Lopez to poke this ball away. And now getting into garbage time here, you see Bam Adebayo with the nice hands to get the strip. Dragic takes it the other way, and the Heat go tic-tac-toe to finish with the Bam slammer. And now one time just for fun, Bam getting up in the final minute of the game to block it off the backboard. That would put the exclamation point on a 105-89 win. At the time of the suspension, the Heat are 4th in the East with a record of 41-24. And speaking of the suspension, while this is ongoing, I'm going to be breaking down the Raptors playoff wins from last year's championship run and the best non-Raptors regular season games from this year, with a Patreon launching this Friday, March 20th, if you're looking for more NBA content and want to show your appreciation. Thanks for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button and let me know what you thought of the Heat's defense in the comments.